Okay, it's Sunday. For real. And I'm not late. I'm not starting this late or anything. Luckily, nobody watches the first 5 minutes. Yeah, here we are, back again with some more Forza. 2 days in a row on a real Forza Sunday, because I thought yesterday was Sunday, and today is actually Sunday, and I like doing these on Sunday. And, oh, it looks like I got control back. Yeah, like, we're back here again with some more Forza, just cruising around here. Um, I... I've hit the point where I don't... I've... Last night, I spent some time trying to get some of the harder fast travel ones. Now I'm in the point of, like, I don't know where the rest of this fast travel ones, all the, I think there's like 12 more, I think, that I still need to figure out and find. But I don't know where they are. So, like, last night I spent about 30 minutes trying to get all the fast travel. I'm not a big fan of getting the bonus boards. Like, they're kind of boring. And some of these are, like, really hard. I don't know. Like, at least with the fast travel, you know, it costs less to fast travel. I think I got it down to 200 on Forza 3, which was kind of crazy. But anyways, guys, this is Forza Horizon 5. This is the Xbox One X version. It is also out on Series S and X, and then also on PC. If you ever want to join me, always come here on Sundays, say something in chat, and message me on Xbox, and I'll invite you. How you doing, Dark Knight? Yeah, I got the castle. It's weird because the time reset, because the perk is you get a free wheel spin. The perk reset is like in the middle of the day for me. I think it's like at 6. I guess it might be like relative to the like the server time or something. But yeah, I've been slowly, you know, working my way on trying to, like, actually complete a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I talked about it the other day, about some of the stuff I completed, but, like, there's a... Let's see. Okay, we'll clear this off. We'll clear this off. Yeah. So here, we'll just do the danger zones, or the stun zones and all that stuff. So a lot of these, when they have the reef, that means it's like 100% completed. So I did all the drift ones. All the drift ones are completed, because you could brute force that stuff pretty easily. Some of them have like special bonuses. And then I 3-starred pretty much all of them, I think. All the speed zones too, I think. And then some of these, like, danger signs ones are a little bit weird. Like, hey, get a 3-star in the Atom. It's a lot harder with some of that stuff. Or this one right here. Get a 3-star in the Volkswagen. The 2017 34 Volkswagen. It's not easy. Like, it like ends right here. And I don't have enough time. It's weird. And, like, I souped it up all the way and all that. It's just like, ugh. But yeah, we're just gonna be chilling out here. I also got around to playing some, so let's see here. Okay. So to do, like, kind of online, just I'll play with onlines. They have this Horizon Open. So mostly I just do open racing. I have dabbled in open drifting. It's fine. It's just I don't know how to drift. Like, it's interesting. Like, it's cool. I've played the Eliminator. The Eliminator, I don't recommend playing the Eliminator because it's so random. It really is 100% random, and skill really doesn't actually factor into this, because you're just like... Sometimes I've seen people, like... So you spawn in a low-level Volkswagen, and it's, like, really shitty. But I've seen some people, like, get really lucky, and as soon as you spawn, already get, like, a level 8 vehicle, which is, like, really good. And then the playground games is just poop. It's just so poop. It's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah, I just like racing. You know, it's fun. It's like a roller coaster. I'm always curious of what they're gonna do with this, because it seemed like with Horizon 3 they introduced the Forza weekly challenges, which was really nice to get you come back and play some little challenges. And 4, they added, like, these series of things, so give you more incentive. And this, they've added, like, a kind of, or at least kind of refined it, a whole, like, month of activities you could do that change kind of seasonally, which is or like, you know, real time was, I feel kind of cool. Um, you know, I completed the first series here, the festival playlist. So I got the got all the vehicles, and then of course completed the got the Aventador, which is kind of cool. And then I got the P50, which again I couldn't get my goddamn what do you call it, my tune over. So stupid. It pisses me off so much. But well, we'll just give it a few more minutes. If anybody wants to join in, you know, just make sure everybody, you know, revs up the engines, and we'll play some open racing and just chit chat about stuff, about the new year, about things happening and all that. Crazy that Betty White died. Holy shit! Like she was supposed to like have her like 100th birthday here relatively recently, and you know, I see a lot of things like posted on the internet about like, hey, yo, remember she was in the 20s? Like she's that old? Like in the like the 30s and 40s, and she's seen the rise of like, you know, racism in America, you know, kind of like the civil rights movement and all that stuff, and just like there's no real bad thing to say about her. Like she wasn't like bad person, and so it makes you think of like, wait, old people are just, it's just they're just shitty. Like those people are just not. It's not just a product of the time. It's just like, hey, they're just shitty people. Yeah. But it's just like, you know, she doesn't have any, like, bad tweets or talking about, like, you know, racist jokes or shit. I mean, George Takei, to some extent, is also extremely old. And he was sent into a concentration camp. Like, how fucked up is that? Remember those? Yeah. But it's crazy. America's so weird, you know? I live in Hawaii, and it's a weird state. It really is a weird state. We are extremely religious, but very liberal. Like, we're one of the early states to make gay marriage legal. That was more of a tourist thing. And then, but also the island I'm on, it's really conservative, which is really weird. Like, yesterday I saw a "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and it's the blue line American flag, which is like really weird. And then there's there's a street down the road or downtown that has like a bunch of signs saying that COVID isn't real and shit, and just like why? What do you get from this? I don't know. That stuff is really weird. Here's food for thought. Literally everybody telling you to get a vaccination is vaccinated. Some people that are telling you not to get vaccinated are also vaccinated. There you go. There's proof. Okay. Devoted pencil. No, I don't want to start a party. No, god damn it. Dude, this game takes forever to load. Hold on. No, I don't want to be in a party. Leave. Okay. More. View. Invite. The game. But like this, I don't know if it's like my Xbox or just like this game, because this game takes so long to load. It's so nuts. And there's like literally nothing on this Xbox except for this game. Like I'm only using this Xbox to play this. But let's play some Open Horizon. There we go. Open Racing. Ugh. Let's hope we don't get that bug again like last time, where like it just nobody joined and we were the only ones left. Oh shit, there's a... I mean, it's the boosters, yeah, you should be fully vaccinated. That's, you know, the first 2 shots, or depending, and then like get a booster if you're feeling a little bit cautious. You know, if you are, there's like really, it's weird. Okay, let's do some cross country in a do we do the Willis or the Bugatti? We'll do the Bugatti. I have one friend that's like not vaccinated, and his reasoning, which is it's a valid reason, it's more of like there's not enough testing. Yeah, I figured. Because, like, the thing with, like, some of that, with, like polio and all that stuff, you know, there's been a lot of testing about the vaccination and all that stuff, and it's been refined. So it's a valid argument, but there are almost 1 billion people vaccinated. And if you want to go down the rabbit hole of, like, conspiracy with pharmaceuticals and all that stuff, it's just, like, that's not fun. That's not fun. Like, you're just being selfish. And that's the thing what I think about what Americans have. I guess I'm getting a little bit political here in my... Is that, like, we're very selfish people. Like, oh, I don't want that. I think it has to do with... I mean, I'm going to say it. It's going to need to be said. A lot of our current problems we have, you can stem back from the Reagan administration about the anti-communism. Like, anti-communism was really big in the 80s. And it's just like, well, we can't have communism, it's going to ruin us. But, like, people confuse communism and socialism. Socialism, like, we don't have communism. There's no communists here. Communist is all about, like, you know, hey, the theater is ran by the government. The supermarket is ran by the government. That's like North Korea. With socialism, you have, like, hey, the schools are ran by the government. The health system is ran by the government. The utilities is ran by the government. But, like, a lot of that stuff isn't ran by the government. You know? And, like, sometimes, yeah, it could be helpful, but, like, most of the time, it hasn't really been helpful. Like, people bitch about the school system, but, like, hey, yay, we have a shit ton of money going to the wrong places. Maybe if we diverted that money to somewhere else. I don't know. Getting political. This Bugatti's so cool. It's just so light and nimble. That's what I like about it. It's so light and nimble. It's a great off-road vehicle. Like a little buggy. The buggies in this game I never liked. I never liked the buggies. They never felt good. They always felt like they didn't have the power, the kick behind them. They're like nimble, but they weren't fast. I don't know. I think I won this in a wheel spin. I think I won it in a wheel spin. I'm like, okay, I'm purging this thing in, and then there was a seasonal challenge of like, hey, you need to get a 3-star in this in a Bugatti. And I'm like, okay, this is the only Bugatti I got. And it was I think it was a Trailblazer too. And I'm like, okay, let's see if I can change this into a fun one. And then it had to be an A rank. A class. And I'm like, okay, this could be fun. This is actually coming together really well. This is going really, really well. I almost one-shot at the PR, the stunt run, the danger zone, not the danger, Trailblaze. That's what it was. And I went back and did it again, and this time I like didn't go down. I just followed across the bridge and I just smashed it. There's a couple of these vehicles that are like very similar to this like open wheel, old timey stuff. I want to see if we could what you could do in terms of getting them off-road ready. Wait. Oh, are you in the race? God, Jesus, the load times in this are so bad. I think another cool thing, like they talked about resolution of the map in Horizon 4 about like, look at this resolution. It's just like, realistically, it was like really nicely detailed, but it was just like, it just, the thing was is that it was just kind of flat. Like it really was flat. like a flat world. Like, even with Australia being, like, you know, supposedly the difference between resolution between, like, 3 and 4 was, like, you know, 10 times. But it was, like, there was some, you know, elevation to kind of... Oh, shit, that was badass. To 3. Because, like, you had the beach, and then you would go up the hill, and then you'd be in the desert. And then there were some areas with cliffs and shit. And there was, like, some biodiversity. Because they've made some big changes in 4. And it's weird that, like, it's a... How you doing, Jax? It's a kind of a, what do you call it? Like 4 is a or 5 is a mix between 4 and, or 4 and 3. Because, like, when 4 came out, it was just teams. You could only do team kind of racing. It was really weird. It, like, sucked real bad. Because people were shoot bags. I did the Horizon, the Unbeatable one, and the Hoonigans. And, like, it just... People were kind of being, like, really aggressive with that. If you don't know what that is, there are 2 modes, Horizon Tour, and then, like, there's the super one. They're co-op. It's you versus the AI, and it's, like, you need to help each other. But people will just run you off the road. One of the Playground games, too, Survival. I was playing that yesterday, and it was Zombie. And so, one of the things was, hey, if you get hit... You need to hit your own teammates, your own healthy teammates, and you become healthy. So I went after a healthy guy, and he just ran away. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, don't run away. Let me hit you. And you, like, sat in the same place for about a minute until I went and tried to hit him to become healthy. And it was just like, what the fuck? I guess I should have looked at the timer. Was it time's up? The blackness of the screen. Also, I'm gonna say it. Very controversial statement. HDR is extremely overrated. I play this on my 4K HDR TV. Can't fucking tell the difference between the HDR. I'm playing this on my monitor. Doesn't have HDR. Can't fucking tell the difference. This one's a weird one because if you have like a really high number of gears, this would be super easy. You fly down here. But if you don't have enough gears, you're kind of boned. This is like the only one too. Like the downhill open cross country ones are very similar to this. That's so dumb. Yeah, it's like if you don't have a high enough, like, if you top end speed or you max out on your final gear, you're kind of boned. That's crazy. Some of these, like, points, I have fucking no idea how they work. Like, there's an SB, like, it looks like a car with... Oh, hello! Jesus, that scared the shit out of me. Dude, I'm just, like, crawling up these guys. That's the power of the Bugatti. Awesome. I woke up in a new Bugatti. What song is that? I keep on... I heard it somewhere. It's called Bugatti. That's weird. Isn't like Bugattis like not that like really? They're just like they're not as good as they. It's more of a brand, you know. Like it's they're not really good cars. Yeah, like they're fast cars. Let's see here. Wow, they don't really have a lot of cars. Yeah, they got the Bugatti, the Veyron from 2005, and then the Chiron from 2016. Okay, what is this? It's just dirt. S1. Okay, sounds good. Where? Oh God, this takes forever. Do I not have an off-road? Oh, no, here it is. No. Yeah! This thing's badass. This Taycan. Is it? There's one of these on the island. $80,000 car, Jesus. Starts at 82,000. Jesus. Wow, the range is just as far as my car, and it's half the price. You got a mono set up for a rally? I do wish they bring in more electric cars into this. I think that would be cool. Or at least in motorsports, they introduce a shit ton more electric cars, because there is a shit ton of electric cars now. Because like, there has never been a Prius in the Forza series. Neither has there been a Leaf. But like, there's a Honda Civic, which is like I don't know. God, what is up with the new Honda Civic? Why does it have like 2 fucking spoilers? God damn, I see so many people have that car, and it's just like so, I don't know, it just looks pathetic. So, okay, I'll tell you something about electric cars. So, I have a Nissan Leaf, and it's okay. It drives really nice. I don't like the climate control and the stereo. The stereo sounds good, but it's Android Auto is super fucking overrated. I'll tell you that. But so I live up on a hill. What does that mean? Is that I can pretty much set it up where I can gain up to 5% of my battery back by just going downtown. Yeah. It's usually averages between it's usually averages 4, but sometimes I can get up to 5, and on a bad day it's 3. It really depends on how fast I'm going. But if you're less than like say 98%, you kind of have a gear to it. What I mean is that if you're going down a hill in a regular car, manual or automatic, you are kind of, you don't free coast. You hit like a terminal velocity based on your transmission, because your transmission is acting as some resistance. So like you like in my old Toyota Yaris, I would get up to 60, and then it was just like I can't go any faster without like actually giving it gas. Well, in my Nissan Leaf, when it's at a full charge, because if I charge it at home, it pretty much just it turns off all the resistance, and so I got that thing up to 85 going downhill, and that's like, holy shit, that's really fast. Here's another scary thing: is you don't know you're going that fast until you look at the speedometer, because again, in a regular engine, you hear the whine of the engine, like, hey, you hear it. You're hearing that you're doing 60 because of the high RPMs that you're doing. Oh, Jesus devoted. Oh God, sweet baby Jesus. And it's pretty scary, because usually when I have it set up is that I put it in advanced regenerative brakes, which means it just slows you down even further. And then the eco mode, which is, they call it eco mode, I call it traction control. There's a fucking big difference, because I've peeled out in that Nissan Leaf at the rear wheel drive. I've peeled out in it really fucking easily. It's pretty crazy. The eco mode is traction control, so you just kind of like don't go too fast, too early. You turn that on. It does help with like kind of the economy, with regenerating brakes. And I just do not brake going downhill. Like, I don't brake. It's pretty crazy. Sometimes I've gone like 60 and like regenerating getting power back to my car, which is kind of crazy. Like, I think the concept of, I'm still very, I don't think electric cars are there yet. I think that the electric car, it depends on your situation. If you live in a city and your electric bill is low and cheap, get one. I think that would be great. If it's a great commuter car. It's great for traffic, because you put on this thing called e-brake, and you can just use the one pedal to speed up, and it will automatically slow you down. It's great. But if you're looking for something a little bit like, hey, I'm in the city, but I want to go on vacation with the car, you're kind of SOL. You're kind of shit out of luck. I'm kind of lucky with this, where I live on an island, so literally I can go anywhere round trip, and with a full battery, and not have a problem. It's still not there. It's still not there. Like, they taught 200 miles. It's like, that's really nothing. That's really nothing. You can, and that's also like, hey, it's 250 miles or 226. That's on a straightaway. It's weird. Come taxes, and I need to figure it out, but like, it's Maui in Hawaii has the highest, what do you call it? They pay the most for electricity. It's really bad. And so I have a cottage down below that's not hooked up into my house, which has solar panels. I am literally saving maybe $100 a month on gas. $100 a month on gas. Like the gas price. $100 a month. that doesn't mean anything. So I need to call a electrician tomorrow and say, hey, I bought a car charger for my house. I need this installed because it has solar. My house has solar panels. I'm only spending $26 a month on kind of electricity, and I'm like feeding it back into the system, is what it is. And so there's also some other things. I have a refrigerator that I don't use. Need to turn that off. I also have an aquarium that uses power 24/7. That needs to be turned off, or is going to be removed. Stuff like that, and sooner or later it's going to start like not costing anything to run it. I think there's a lot of cool things with kind of electric cars, but I feel like the technology is still not there. Like, I feel like it's weird. You know, there was a big, huge thing. If you go browse on Reddit, like last week, a guy blew up his Tesla in the Netherlands because he didn't want to spend $12,000 replacing the battery. That's a thing that kind of you have to work with. Is like, hey, this is a thing. And I'm not a big fan of Tesla because of two things. Of Elon Musk, I don't think he's a good guy, and I think they're not that interesting. I think they're just the iPhones of the electric cars. Like it's you know, yeah, they're cool, but hey, guess what? Here's a fun fact. There's like 4 different plugs for electric vehicles. 4. Yeah. So my Nissan Leaf has 2. There's a third one, and then there's the Tesla one. So pretty much, if Tesla owners want to use any of charger, they have to use an adapter. Yep, that's what they have to do, and it's just really fucking weird. I don't understand why there's multiple different ports. Like, my car has 2 ports. It's just like, why? Why is this a thing? Like, why is this a thing? You confuse the consumer. And then also, like, charging stations. There's a lot of charging stations, relative. Like, there really isn't a lot on this island, but there is a lot compared to somewhere like Seattle. And the charging stations are shitty. Like, they're all shitty. They're like, there's no good place of like, hey, I go here to charge. You know? Some of them have been placed by the Hawaii Electric Company, and they are 10 kilowatt, which is really good. They call it a level 3 charger. That's really good and really fast, but it's one at a time. You can only do one at a time. It's like, what the fuck? And some of them are actually placed really, like, in really good spots. Like, there's one at a mall. There's one by an aquarium. Like, places that you would be there for a couple hours. But most of the places are like, hey, there's one at the supermarket, one at a car dealer, one at Target, one at Walmart, one just in a random area. And places at like at a store, Target, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, you're never there more than like 20 minutes. So you're not even getting a charge. So you just have to sit there. Yeah. I don't know. Like, electric cars are really interesting, and I feel like, but again, like, they haven't really changed a very lot. Like, it's just, you know, there's nothing like, oh my god, this is crazy, you gotta have an electric car. It's like you could say that you're saving the environment by buying an electric car. It's like, no, that is not anything. No, that's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. No. Buying a car, no matter if it's electric or gas or diesel or biodiesel or solar, you're doing more harm to the environment than just using your own car. Like, it's just... Of course, you could say, hey, my car is broken, but I need a new one. But, yeah, it's... Electric cars are weird. I was really thinking that biodiesel would be a thing because regular diesel engines can use biodiesel from my primitive knowledge, and so like you could just use that stuff, and the bad part is that, hey, it clogs up oil filters for a good while because it's just like, it's clean fuel. I'm just gonna say this vehicle sucks. I'm being smoked. Because we're gonna hit that day where there's no more petroleum. You know, that day will come. But when that day comes, we have no idea. Because it's a resource that we use a lot and every day that is not unlimited. I mean, you could say there's unlimited water, you know. You can kind of say there's unlimited air. You know. I mean, you can say, hey, yeah, we could do steps to, you know, carbon scrubbers or you know, plant more trees and all that stuff to make sure that we have a lot of that stuff still. But like petroleum, it's a finite resource. Like there's nothing you could do to say, hey, yeah, we could recreate it. Because that also affects plastics, and of course there's like plastics, compostable plastics and all that stuff from like cornstarch and shit. But I do have to say, electric car, very smooth. So here's another thing that's actually very interesting you gotta think about. So in a regular vehicle, the engine is in the front. Like, you have that. It's always, or in the mid, or whatever. It's there. And so when you kind of remove that engine and distribute the weight evenly throughout the bottom of the car, it's what do you call it? Really well balanced. Like, it's a smooth ride. It's such a smooth ride. Like, it's crazy. You don't feel the jolt that you do in a regular gas car. You don't feel like, you know, from like shifting or, you know, stopping and all that stuff. It's so balanced. It's because like you have most of your weight is, you know, kind of low. I do have to say, we're doing really bad. I've never seen JX so far back. No offense, JX. And even devoted, too. It's weird. So this is like, this car, this Taycan, is fully maxed out. Like, there's no way to get this to a 900 S1. There's no way. Like, that you can drop in a new engine, but it doesn't move the stat up. It doesn't move the thing up, which is really weird. I wish they... There's just some stuff I do not understand. Like, you know, looking at the stats, you drop in a new engine, you get, like, 50 horsepower more, but, like, none of the stats are increased, and it's just like, but the class spec is increased. That shit's so weird. I wish they'd kind of explained that a little bit better. Like, what the fuck is launch versus acceleration? Is like launch to 60 and then is 0 to 60 and then is acceleration something else? I don't know. It's weird. Jesus, I had the slowest lap by, like, a long time. A long time. Like, 5 seconds. Holy shit. Yeah. I did see a Chevy Spark the other day, And I'm like, wait, is that like a very primitive electric vehicle? And surprisingly, no, it's not. It's actually just a regular gas because Chevy has the Bolt and the Volt. The Bolt is the full electric. The Volt is the what do you call it? The hybrid. There's a lot of straightaways. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do it with the Porsche. Yeah, it's a good circuit car, the mono, because it's so nimble, but it doesn't, and it has good acceleration, but it doesn't. You can't fit a really big engine there for the top speed. Ooh, that guy just went flying. Whoa, Jesus. Am I bad at this game? I like going through this pass, going through the cliff area and see the volumetric lighting. God, lighting models have gotten so much better. The lighting in Horizon 3 was so crazy. Come on, come on. God damn. I also say I got myself a Link Series 2 controller. That's a interesting controller. So, if you don't know, I had an Elite Series 1, and I liked it a lot, but like within like less than 6 months, it started already breaking. I think I put like rubbing alcohol, but also it seems to be like a really actually a big concern with kind of the rubber grips. They would just peel off, like the adhesive they used wasn't strong enough, and it just came off. And so over time, I kind of like fiddled with it. It was fine, but then kind of the bumpers are another thing that kept on breaking, which wasn't that great. But this new one is actually really crazy. It has like technically, well, the series one had 2 settings. This has 4 settings. Though they say 3, but there is a 4th setting. So there is the default, which means the paddles in the back don't do anything. And then there's the 3 kind of settings of you can do anything. And some of them have a little bit more actions too. Like, hey, you can like have this button do a screenshot button, this one being record buttons, or a couple other actions to it, which was kind of crazy. And it's also, I did not know about it. It was fully enclosed lithium battery. Because the Series 1, you could replaceable. And that's kind of the thing I liked about kind of Xbox was the replaceable batteries. I kind of like one of the core reasons why I do not like PlayStation is those controllers over the course of their lifetime would just go dead. I think by the end, I had a PlayStation 3, kind of the big fatty one, and I got a DualShock 3 pretty early on, around probably around the launch of like Uncharted 2, and by the end of the console generation, the thing couldn't hold a charge. And same thing happened with the DualShock 4. And then also, like, it started, the rubber they had on the sticks wasn't that great. Right now, I'm using the controller that I had for my Xbox One X, and it's old. I got this when Monster Hunter came out, and the sticks are a little bit worn, but they're still fine. Like, it's still a good controller. Yeah. And I like, it's just, and I think another reason why, like, it's the controller situation with kind of Nintendo and PlayStation, it just really turns me off. Like, that DualSense, like, oh yeah, it's so cool, it looks sick, but it's also like, what is it, like an $88 controller? And it has features, like, I just do not care. The whole touchpad thing, I think, was never executed in any sense that interesting. It just turned into another button. And then the whole concept of, like, the adaptive triggers is like, yeah, sounds cool on paper, but in reality, it just sounds like garbage. It could just, it's like, I've heard so many different mixed opinions about, like, yeah, that's cool. But, like, over time, the people that use it the most are like, yeah, this is not interesting. This is actually hindering my shooting of something. Like, it's cool for, like, the novelty, but it wears out real fast. And that's why I like the controller of the Xbox. It's just a controller. How you doing, Garrett? Can you beat your time in racing? What the hell does that mean? Okay, if we're going to talk about times, for some reason, my second lap is always my fastest lap. I think it has to do with, of course, the first lap is going to be probably the slowest lap because you are accelerating. Then the second lap is your full lap when you exit that, and then the third lap you get a little bit cocky and all that shit. But like even the controllers for the Nintendo Switch, it's just like so bad. Why are these so bad? I don't care who you are, these are bad controllers. That's cool. I don't know. I think I don't really like them because of the price, and I feel like, they advertise on the HD Rumble. It's total bullshit. Like, I turned that shit off because those batteries don't have much juice. And also, my Nintendo Switch barely even holds a charge anymore. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like, I'm not gonna say, hey, PlayStation sucks or Nintendo sucks. It's more of like, hey, I don't like the controllers. Like, hey, play games where you want. Like, I think it's really cool that, like, there's some interesting games coming out. Like, I on Xbox or on PlayStation a lot. Like, Returnal looked cool. Also, I don't like spending $70 on a game. One of the weird games that was what do you call it? Who the fuck is that? I've never seen that name before. But welcome. What was it? Destruction All-Stars. When Sony announced that their games are now going to be $70, they announced, like, hey, this game's going to be $70, and, like, people were like, okay, cool, and then they, like, kind of delisted it, and then kind of made it, they kind of didn't even announce their price when, Buy Big Hue announced their price, and so it came out to PlayStation Plus for free, which was probably the best idea, But then, like, the game came out for $20 the next day. It's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Well, more the merrier, Devoted. No. I'm not a big Wipeout fan. I played it on PlayStation 3 and on Vita, and I think I could never. I thought they were really cool looking games, but I could never get a sense of like control. Like I felt like I was just going really fast. Oh god. Oh shit, dude. Okay, so here's the story. Remember when 3D TVs were a thing? So Wipeout was like a 1080p 60 game on PlayStation, which was like very rare on PlayStation 3. And they did a patch for the 3D to make it 3D. Then it became a 720p game. It was weird. How you doing, Russian dude? Did you watch Fast and the Furious? It's a good racing movie. I mean, are Fast and the Furious movies? They're just like Ocean's 11. Like they're just criminal. They're just like superhero. Well, I guess they went from like heist movies, or just wait. They went from heist movies to superhero movies. It was really weird, and not really racing movies. I guess the first two were racing movies, but then they transitioned to heist movies, and now they're just superhero movies. Like, what was that? Like 8? 8 was just like a full-blown... 8 was just pretty much the Avengers. There's also that Fast and the Furious game, which is really weird. Also, there's a Fast and the Furious cartoon out there on Netflix. And that just recently got a game, too. And, like, that Fast and the Furious show... Fast and the Furious show. It's, like, 4 seasons. Like... Oh, no, never mind, 6. Oh, like, it's on Netflix. It's 6 seasons, 52 episodes. Just like, what the... Wait. I hate Netflix. I hate Netflix so bad. Because they're like, hey... Like, the show has like 6 seasons, but like 3 of them are from last year, 2021. I still haven't watched the new one. I want to watch the new one. And supposedly The Rock is not doing any more Fast and the Furious. He's supposed to be doing that new Black Adam movie, but like, they haven't showed anything for that. I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of starting to not like superhero movies anymore. Like, I think they've ruined cinema. I'm now in that boat. Like, it's getting really bad. Like, there's just unoriginal movies. I don't think they do anything interesting. They're just... Like, realistically, there's no difference between Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, and, like, a new Die Hard. Like, realistically, let's be real. Needed to be said. Yes, I said it. Controversial opinion. Said today. It's Sunday, my dudes. How you doing? Ramnik trick. I just watched a video about like day memes, like Wednesday my dudes and some other stuff. Yeah, like that. What was it? So the Wanda was okay. Like thinking back on it, it's just like this is not that interesting. And then the Loki was actually pretty cool. I thought Loki was pretty cool. The Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I thought was like just again looking back on it, not that interesting. Um, oh, here's another mixed surface. It wasn't that interesting. Like it was just like really generic. Felt really generic. Um, what's it do with this one? Oh, ramen trick. Cool. I'm doing okay. Like, What If was really good. Hawkeye was just like so forgettable. Like it just was so forgettable. Like it's just what's his name? What God. It's not. I want to say Forrest Whitaker. Jamie Renner. Yeah, Jamie Renner, and it just felt like he was just too old for it. Like he's just like why is he here? I don't know. It's like the acting was fine and all that stuff, and it was like the end was actually pretty decent. I don't want to spoil it, but it's just like it just felt generic. It felt like a generic kind of action movie, and a lot of these Marvel movies are not really anything to do with. That's the thing of comics, like DC and and kind of Marvel and all these comics is that like, hey, there's a sense of whimsy. There's a sense of like, hey, that's the word I'm using. Yeah, whimsy of like unreal. The sense of unreal. Like this cannot happen. But like Hawkeye just felt like just a generic kind of like, you know, generic movie or generic show. And I'm, you know, that's why I like Thor Ragnarok. It went crazy, and that's what's cool about Deadpool too. Is it went kind of crazy. Like you need to take it crazy. The Eternals was so boring. Like the thing that I like to compare to these is like if you take out the Marvel, is this still a good movie? And if the answer is no, then it's not a good movie. If the answer is yes, yay, it's a pretty good movie, you know? Like that, what was that? That second one, that second Thor was so forgettable. Like it was so forgettable. It's just I don't know. I mean, like the Winter Soldier, like this Winter Soldier was just pretty much just like, yeah, this is fun, but there's no different from just a generic kind of action movie. Like it's the Marvel movies and the Fast and the Furious movies are exactly the same movie, literally the same movie. And hey, or Transformers. Like, what's the difference between Transformers movies and Marvel movies? You know, like realistically, they're kind of the same movie. And that's when I lost all the viewers. See you guys. Am I getting that bug where it's like really dark? Yeah, I got the bug where it's really dark. God damn it, I hate this bug. I have to use the, I have to be in cockpit mode. Like, I'm still gonna watch a Marvel movie. I still want to watch the new Spider-Man because I'm a sucker. So this bug is like the shader isn't loading properly. Lighting shader is not loading properly. So you can see, if you look closely, I don't know if it shows up on the stream that well, but you can just see that the lighting is just flat. You can see that mountain over there. I shouldn't be seeing a lot of that detail. I wonder if this is a problem with the Xbox One X or just online in general. I've heard about this. God damn it! I don't even see that thing. Another fucking bug in the Microsoft Cinematic Universe. Halo Infinite's Big Team Battle. Oh my god! Like, I love Big Team Battle, but like lately I haven't been able to play it because it's so bugged, and they're not going to be able to fix it until later this month. So it's been like broken for, you know, a month. I find it crazy that I'm in third. Also, this vehicle kicks ass. I got the tune for this off the internet. I downloaded a tune. I kind of want to just, like, break the glass so I can fucking see. But again, I have to play like this because I can't see because it's too fucking dark. This is my favorite car in this game so far. I've had so much fun just driving this in the open world. It's been great getting a lot of the extra shit too because it's so fast and nimble. Holy shit. Like, look how dark this fucking shit is. Wow. Look at this. Why is it so dark? Can't see shit. Oh. Oh, please, please, for the love of God, I do not want to see in the dark anymore. God damn it. Oh my god, it's getting worse, dude. Holy shit, dude. I can't even see. Look how fucking, like, clear it is out there. Sorry, JX. For the greater good. Why don't I... Oh my god, if you look closely at the rearview mirror, it's also fucked. I only saw his headlights. You could barely see it. Like, you don't see him in the car, but oh my god, this game is so bugged. I'm curious if this is online or for my Xbox. This one thing that does suck about this, because this thing is so fucking heavy, it is really hard to stop. So like hairpin turns are not fun. Like I see JX's lights, but I can't. Oh my god, the nameplates are not even showing up too. I just realized that. Oh, there they are. Why wasn't I seeing those guys up ahead? Maybe there's a distance to him? Maybe I never noticed? No, there they are now. Yeah, I guess must be a distance. Okay, this guy knocked me out. We're taking him out. God, and this thing is so heavy. God, it's so dark. It's so fucking dark. I really hope we're not in another dead lobby. Touch the monitor. I wonder at a certain point, like, these lobbies just become dead. God damn it, it's still dark. I think it's getting darker. Like, you can only see the car outlines. Okay, 7. If we don't get more people in the next thing, I'm bailing. We're gonna restart. Jesus Christ, this is like a pain in the ass to drive. Yeah, okay, after this, we're gonna have to reform their convoy, because I'm pretty sure my shit is so fucked. It also seems like this might be a dead lobby. That's twice. No, not like this. Not like this. Damn it. This is actually a pain in the ass to drive. I used to do the cockpit more, but I didn't do a lot of the off-road stuff in the cockpit. It's just so hard to, like, see where you are. Speaking of not like this, I watched the new Matrix. Without spoiling it, is you don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch it. Like it's fine. It's not offensive, but it didn't need to happen. I'm gonna talk about the first like kind of 10 minutes about it. I guess that would be considered spoilers. It gets really referential in the first like hour or so, or first 20 minutes, which I thought was really cool. I thought they would go down a very interesting kind of path, but they didn't. Like they even referenced of like, hey, they're making a fourth Matrix, and it's like, why? Well, you know, the first three were really good, and you know the publisher now has control over it, so they're gonna have to make another one because the first three did so well. It's kind of like that. It's like, hey, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be a good movie, and it's just kind of dragged. Because I recently rewatched the three movies, The Matrix, Matrix Reloaded, and Matrix Revolution, and you know, surprisingly they hold up. Kind of, at least with Matrix Reloaded, it made me think about video games, and made me think about like Assassin's Creed video games, and I'm thinking like they could totally do a really good Matrix game in the sense of like Assassin's Creed. I think that would be really cool. Okay, we're backing out of this. I gotta back out of this. I'm pretty sure this is a dead lobby. We'll reform the convoy. But like, yeah, it's just because like, what's the difference between the Assassin's Creed and the Matrix? Like, you are in the future, you know, like Assassin's Creed, and then you go into the past in the Matrix, and it's like, wow, this could be pretty good. Your cat stars in it, yeah. But yeah, that Matrix Resurrection is a very interesting movie. I really want to know. Okay, we're backing out. I'm gonna take a piss break. Just rejoin the convoy or send me a message. Okay. Let's find another one. I forgot to get a drink. I think we queued up. Yeah? It's always weird. Yeah, this is what the real dark is supposed to look like. Like, the lights don't work. I hit it, yeah? Okay, no, it's working. It's working. I think. Yeah, cool. Dude, this online is so weird. Ooh, A-class. Dirt. I feel like I want to trick out this focus, but I'm not going to have a good time. Okay, be right back. Forgot my drink. Whew. Okay. We'll probably do a couple more of these, and then we'll call it for a stream. Cool, cool. Oh, fuck, no. Please. Oh, God, okay. Here's the... The fuck? There was a guy right here. Hold on, let me open up this can. Oh. Whew. I think the adding of like creatures into the game is actually pretty cool. Wait, did JX get into that fucking race? This game is so bugged. I think it's just. The rumor is that the Playground Games is working on the Fable game, and I am so hyped for that. And I want to see what that is because, again, I constantly criticize Forza Horizon 4 for being like a mediocre game, but like the world is so like this is on the Xbox One X. You can get this kind of like look at this. Look how gorgeous this looks. And if they do that to the Fable franchise, a traditional kind of RPG, like I loved Fable 2 and 3. Like people didn't like 3, but like I thought 3 was fine. But it's just like I feel like it's I think what Microsoft is doing is just way cooler than what PlayStation is doing and Nintendo doing. And that could be just fanboyism. Like, it's perfectly valid, hey, this is fanboyism, but, like, I feel like they're doing some cool shit. Like, Horizon 5 is just, this is such a great game. Like, I feel like, they did a good job. And then, like, Flight Simulator... Microsoft Flight Simulator. Also an amazing game. People should check that out if they have a PC or an Xbox Series console. Great game. I want to see what Starfield is, because that's supposed to be coming out this year. That's the new Bethesda game coming out. I have high hope for this because this is the first kind of real game by Bethesda under the Microsoft. Like, Arcane went to PlayStation. It will probably come to Xbox sooner or later too. But this is like a first one. Like, hey, this is coming to Xbox. And a lot of people are upset, like, oh my god, it's going to be exclusive. It's like, well, I mean, Oblivion, like, the only one that wasn't exclusive is like Fallout 3, 4, New Vegas, and Skyrim. Like, Like Oblivion was a PlayStation or an Xbox 360 only, and then like Morrowind and all that stuff. But they're also coming to PC too. Like people forget about it. Like it's also coming to PC. I loved Fallout 3. I thought Fallout 3 was great. I actually not a big fan of New Vegas. I'm on that side of the coin. I'm on that side of that battle. I think New Vegas is like, it's fine, but it I don't know. It doesn't add anything. But I'm curious of what Obsidian has in stale too. You know, they got that Grounded game, which is doing really well. A lot of people like that. Oh shit. There's a dog over here. Oh shit. I also like Fallout 4 too. I recently picked it up, last year I picked it up on a sale. And I kind of did all because I played Fallout 3 to completion before a lot of the DLC came out. And I thought it was fun. Like, this is fine. This is a fine game. It's fine. And I played it on PC, didn't have a problem. Never got into the DLC. And then with the, Game of the Year version, I kind of played a lot of the DLC. And sadly, a lot of the DLC sucked. Like, Nuka World was really boring. But Far Harbor was really good. Far Harbor was really good. But yeah, I bought, when they announced backwards compatibility, I bought Fallout 3, for Xbox. It's like, yeah, hell yeah. Because, like, at that time, the PC version of Fallout 3 did not work well on modern PCs because it required games for Windows Live. But I need to go back to that game. Like, I really should. I kind of finished Halo, finished a couple other things. I was thinking about buying that Crysis remaster, but, like, nah. There's games like a couple, like, what was it, things over the Thanksgiving thing. I bought the Tomb Raider trilogy for, like, $20. The funny thing about that is that I've bought Tomb Raider on 3 different platforms now. And I played it, and it's just like, that first Tomb Raider is really fun. I had fun with that, and I need to play that second one. And the third one is Series XS support too. Supposedly the story behind that was Microsoft was looking at doing a boost for that game, but then one of the developers was like, they were having problems with it, so they contacted the developers, and then like one of the developers said, okay, I'm going to do this. This is kind of my last thing I'm doing with this game and with this company. Hey, I'm doing this, and I'll see you guys on the next one, which is kind of cool. Like the whole boost shit that Microsoft has been doing has been like really good. I was watching that history of Xbox, and they talked about like, the Xbox One launch. I'm like, I didn't have a problem with the Xbox One launch. I think the problem was the price and the Kinect. I think that was the bad part. I think people were talking about like, hey, plugging in a game and it's you can't resell. It's like nobody resells games. Nobody resells games, and they were really talking about, hey, really diving deep into digital sales because they were ahead of that with the Xbox 360. PlayStation was not really doing that well. They were playing catch up. And they're still playing catch up with that too, because their download speeds are shitty. We're shitty. I don't know. But it's so weird. But yeah, the Kinect was stupid. Like they should not have done the Kinect. If they'd done $300 and matched the price with the Xbox, with the PlayStation, I think that would be a completely different story. But the Kinect really screwed them over. And I think, like, you look at today, all the games that we play, rely on, you know, servers and all that stuff. And you know, when you buy a digital game, even when you buy a physical game, you're not getting the game. Like, if you buy Halo Infinite, that's not the game. You're not buying that game. Like, you are buying a part of the game. You can't play any part of the game if you buy Halo Infinite on disc. Yeah. Gran Turismo, I'm very curious about that, too. Because, like, what was it? Like, Sport was really weird. Like, what an interesting take on the series. Of like, okay, hey, we're going to make this online. Hey, it's gonna be all online. Like, it's just... How many people play Gran Turismo and Forza Motorsports for the online compared to just single player? And I feel like those games are very single player. Like, I played the shit out of Gran Turismo 5. That was the game that got me into racing. I loved it. I think they did they did all sorts of cool things of like, hey, you could change your traction control and ABS on the fly. You could change all sorts of different tires. You can have like, there was kind of like dynamic weather too. So if you got rain in there and you go to the pit stop, like pitting actually meant something. And in Forza, it was always like one step back of like some of that stuff you didn't need to deal with, you know? Hey, yeah, you can get like better tires, but they would only kind of, you know, better grip. It wasn't really about wear and tear as much as it was in Turismo. But again, also in Turismo, you had to wash your car and do oil change. How fucked up was that? Was so weird. Yeah. I fell in love with Forza 6. Or was it? Yeah, it was Forza 6. That one was fun. I did a couple streams of that. Got a couple thousand views of like endurance races. Like for a good moment there, I was really into endurance races. Because I thought it was just like so cool. And they removed them in 7, I think. Yeah. Or you could manually add a shit ton of laps, but they weren't endurance races. Another thing that was interesting about Gran Turismo versus Forza was how they approach difficulty. So in Forza, you have your class car. You know, D, C, B, A... S1, S2, and then racing or X and stuff like that. And so they didn't have that. They had a point system. And so sometimes you could just brute force your way through a win. It's like, hey, you just need this car. Yeah, 7 was a little bit weird. I think they took it in a weird direction. You know, I'm really surprised that, going back to the EV talk, Ford hasn't turned the Focus into an EV car. The Nissan Leaf is a hatchback. And I think, like, even the, motherfucker. Even the Chevy Volt, or Bolt, it's considered a hatchback. It's not a traditional sedan. And it's weird that they're doing the Mustang as an electric car. It is also, just looking back on some of the previous Forzas, is how I, like, really... In Forza 2, Horizon 2, I would really like the open cross-country stuff in the point-to-point. And then, like, in Forza 3, I really like the, kind of the street, the sprints in the street cars. And then in Forza 4, I preferred more circuits. I felt their circuit races were a little bit more fun. Yeah. And in this, I feel like the point-to-point, road and cross-countries have been really fun in this game. I'm not really a big fan of the dirt races so far. I feel like a lot of the dirt races are just... I just want a dirt race, you know? And they're not really that common here. Like, most of these, you know, mixed road, it's like 80% road. But I've always been a fan of point-to-point races. I got really... Dirt 2 was really... I had a good time with Dirt 2, if anybody remembers that. Holy shit. 360 PlayStation era. God, I played the shit out of that game. And Forza, in Dirt 3, too. Just had so much fun. I say I played the shit out of it, as I don't think I actually ever completed that game. And then, like... They kind of, like, did a remaster of it, or, like, a complete collection of those games later on. Hey, Devoted, how you doing? But, like, Dirt 4, I was so hyped for Dirt 4. And, like, I wasn't really into Dirt Rally, as I thought Dirt Rally was, like, more of a, hey, this is going to be more serious. I was looking for, like, a little bit something more fun. Dirt 4 was really weird. And I think it, like, didn't know where it was. And then Dirt 5, also extremely weird. Like, I never been more turned off by a game in my life. Oh my god, that's hilarious. This motherfucker cut in front of us. Oh my god, that was hilarious. But Codemasters is also really weird. It's nice that EA picked them up. I hope that the EA can throw some money at them, because that Need for Speed franchise has been kind of poop lately too. How are you 2 seconds back? Were you really 2 seconds back? Jesus. Okay, I think we're gonna do one more championship. Yeah, it was. Just like, okay, we got this. I'm gonna come in real tight. I'm gonna cut this corner really tight, and I just hope that I have the, you know, the speed to pop out of it, and then a car comes out of fucking nowhere and just slides right in front of us. And then he does the lines. He does the lines that really fucking made it great. But yeah, back on the, like, Codemasters, who does the Dirt franchise and the Grid franchise. That Grid Legends was super forgettable too. Like, it's weird. It's weird. Okay. This is going to be our last championship, guys, for the day. We're approaching an hour and 30. Having some fun. Chit-chatting about random shit. That's why I like coming here. I think we're gonna do the Willis. Yeah, he fucking cut that real nice. But, like, what was it? Like, Grid, the reboot Grid was just super forgettable. And then, like, they have this Grid Legends, which sounds like it might be pretty cool. But I don't know. People love the F1 series, but I feel like that's the only thing they got going for them. Because that Grid 2 was not bad. Came out on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 and PC. It wasn't that bad. Like, it was a fine PC game, and the PC port was really good. I couldn't get into it. I thought it was just a little bit too weird. I need to figure out what to do with my parents' laptop and computer. I think I'm going to turn my mom's old computer into like a Linux box or something. Yeah, it's on Game Pass through. It's on Game Pass through the EA Pass. Like they're fun games. Like they're not offensive. It's just like not my cup of tea anymore. I like something a little bit fun. Somebody in a Ferrari? Is that a helicopter? I'm not winning this, boys. That's another thing that, like, I'm really impressed by Xbox now. I want to see what kind of PlayStation does in response, because there's rumblings of that too. Game Pass. And it's just... It's never going to be... Game Pass is never going to be like it is on Xbox, on a PlayStation, because Microsoft puts out day one games. Sony's never going to do that. Sony loves money. And I'm very curious... Like, their main kind of goal is, like, big hit, multi-million-dollar games. They're changing it into, like, you know, the summer blockbuster game, which is perfectly fine. Like, it's just they're dumping a shit ton of money, they're getting big return, which is fine. Like, you know. But the thing is that, like, I wonder what happens to a game like Returnal. Like, how did that do? How do they get a Returnal 2? Because pretty sure not a lot of people played that game, and it's a very niche game. What the hell's going on over here? Hey, break it up, break it up, break it up, break it up. See ya. Uh-oh, my cat's coming. Like, I just love going through this village because it's so, like, the sand is so white. Okay, we're gonna pass this guy. We're gonna pass this guy. No, not enough time. But yeah, Sony's kind of answer is that they're gonna have like a multi-tier system of like, hey, here's your PlayStation Plus. Here is your kind of. They're gonna wrap PlayStation Now into it. Like, PlayStation Now is so weird. I don't hear anybody talk about it. And I've been dabbling with xCloud, and it's actually starting to get really good. And for a person that lives in Hawaii, which I'm pretty sure there's no server near us, I think the closest server is in California, it's still pretty good. Like, I can fuck around in Forza without having a problem, which is kind of crazy. But, like, I don't hear anybody talk about PlayStation Now, except, hey, this game's on PlayStation Now. Rammer player I have evolved. Speaking of evolving, I've been playing the new Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Brilliant Diamond and Pearl, whatever it's called. It's... Goddamn. Pokemon is weird. Pokemon has been weird since, I think, X and Y. When X and Y came out, like, I think... You know, a lot of people bitch about the Pokemon series, and it's just, like... A lot of valid criticism about, like, it almost being impossible. It's too easy. Like, I bought Pokemon Black 2, like, a couple months before X and Y came out, and I put, like, 56 hours into the game, and I beat the Elite Four. I played X and Y, spent 12 hours in, and beat the Elite Four. I'm like, this game's too easy. This game's way too easy. It's, like, not fun. And then coming out of Sword and Shield of just, like, the quality of these games are just so bad, and they're just... you could just easily Google up, like, just memes on Sword and Shield and just see all, like, very little work being done. Like, the Pokemon still fucking have that scratchy thing, except for Pikachu, which pisses me off so much. Yeah. But yeah, I've been playing Diamond and Pearl. And, you know, those games still... It's significantly easier because of the XP share. and some like things, which is fine. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, what do you do with Pokemon now? Like you know, people bitch about it, but hey, guess what? That Sword and Shield sold like a shit ton, like a metric fuck ton, and people have valid criticisms over it being like the quality of the product is like the worst it's ever been because it's just. One of the funniest ones is the picture of like the legendary just kind of spinning and not really animating. Like they don't have much animation to it, and they just. And I think the Pokedex thing is perfectly fine. Like a lot of people bitched about that, but it's just like their thing was like, oh, we don't want to spend so much time kind of making the models, but then also not a lot of animation and like kind of audio has been put into the game. Like these games are very rudimentary games. Like they're not, you kind of compare. What's a good comparison? Like, Final Fantasy VII, that remake. Like that is a $60 game, and it is very similar to Pokemon. But look at the level of detail versus the two. Like it's a lot of not just the graphical fidelity, but like the animation, the voice work, and all that stuff. And that's a $60 game, a turn-based. You can make it turn-based, $60 game, RPG, very similar to Pokemon, but it's also Pokemon doesn't have any VO. It's all just a bunch of scratches and shit. It's weird. I got the dial-up modem horn. I need to add that. Oh, oh shit! I almost landed on you, buddy. Woo! God, this thing is so cool. But she's a bouncy boy. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! I just always another cool thing is the landmarks you see in this world when you can go. You see that bridge, you see that mountain. It's just like so fucking cool. Because you don't get that a lot in open world games of like, hey, look at that thing over there, Okay, once we get on the straightaway, I'm gonna pass these mofos. Because I'm getting a sense that I'm passing them. Never mind, we're on road. Did that guy just miss the checkpoint? Ooh! Okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I think I should cut to this water better. Nope. That's a negative. Oh. Ah, shit, real close, real close. Oh. Ah. Whew. Holy shit, look at that time. I love looking at these times of how close I was to that guy with the GX. What is that? Like, no. 4/10 of a second? Yeah, 4/10 of a second? Not bad, not bad. Not bad. I think this is going to be our last race. This should be our last race. I want to thank Dark Knight or Devoted Pencil in the game and JX. Yeah, they need to fix a lot of things, and I hope with their Series 2 or Series 3, which comes out on the 6th, they add a patch, because that lighting shit for me a couple games ago was really nuts, and it seems to be a common thing I encounter. I don't know if it's my Xbox or just online, because I don't do much online on my when I'm by myself. I usually just fuck around and try to complete things. I still haven't done a lot of the stories. The stories are so stupid. Like, there's just takes too fucking long. I did the V10 one, which was kind of interesting, but it was just like, this is too boring. Ugh. Well, usually I play online kind of in the evening, so that's like 6 o'clock for me. So that's like, 8 o'clock West Coast, and then like 11 o'clock East Coast. God, these load times are so bad. What's I wonder if they. That's another thing that I thought was weird, that they got rid of the the Forza hub. Yeah, it's like 12:46 for me right now. Oh god, I really hope I didn't get screwed over. Oh shit, yeah, this is the... Holy shit, this is the same race we ended last time. This is fucking hilarious. What are the odds? What are the fucking odds? The same race we ended yesterday is the same race we're gonna end it today. I do have to say, one, like, negative thing I do have to say, a negative thing. I don't like this town that we drive through. I think it's just, I don't know, the roads are too close together, and it's not straight. Too many curvies, so you can't really go fast. God, how... Sometimes I wonder how some people just get so far ahead. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Please, for the love of God. Save me. I believe in you. No, 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 no. Fuck. It's faster just to rewind. Hey, Jax, how you doing? Having fun in your car on these big jumps, just bottoming out. We just passed this Mazda. Yeah, some of these open country ones, you can't take a car in them because you just come to a complete stop when you hit these jumps. You want something with a little bit higher suspension. Holy shit, that guy went far. But that's it for me, boys and girls. Another Forza in the books. We'll be here next week with some more Forza Horizon 5. Still curious of what that new expansion pack should be, because usually it comes out in December. And usually by July is the second one. But I want to thank Dark Knight for joining me in the chat, Devoted Pencil in the game, and then JX, as always. Thank you very much. Now, I actually am hungry, and then I also need to do some errands. I need to go downtown and do some errands. I need to buy food. There's no food at this house, so I need to go to, like, Costco and Safeway and pick up some food. But anyways, guys, as always, thanks for driving along, chit-chatting. I'll see you in the next one.